evening, friends. So, in today's session, we will talk about the questions in All India Free mock test. So, there are mock tests which are happening with Gradeup. Please join these Gradeup mock tests for understanding where you stand, what are the preparation which you require, and it is a good representation of where you stand vis-a-vis all your competition. Okay, so we will just look at some of the questions which have appeared in the exam and what were the solutions for it. Okay, what was the easy way of solving those questions? So first question was the number of ways of arranging n students in a row such that no two boys sit together and no two girls sit together. If one or more student is added, then the number of ways of arranging the above increases by 200%. What is the possible value of n? Okay, so how to do it? Hi Ramya. Hi Ayush. Okay, so how do we do it? What's the solution for this? Yeah, guys, what's the answer? So answer is D. And now how to solve it? Now first of all, what will be the number of ways of arranging n students in a row such that no two boys sit together and no two girls sit together? Yeah, can I say number of, okay, if they are, okay, now total number of students can be either, okay, either an even number or an odd number. So if total number of students is even, so there will be okay, number of, okay, so if their total number of students is even, let's say there are A boys and A girls. So total number of students will become 2A. And what will the number of ways of arranging such guys? It will be 2 times A factorial into A factorial. Why so? Because boys and girls will sit on the alternate positions. If they are not sitting on the alternate positions, then either number of boys or number of girls will be together, and no, it says no two boys and no two girls have to be together. So if there are 2A number of students, number of ways of arranging, okay, number of ways of arranging n boys is A factorial, number of ways of arranging A girls is A factorial. We'll multiply it to y2 because it can be starting with boy girl boy girl boy girl, or it can be girl boy girl boy girl boy. It can be either of the two ways. So that's why it is 2. Now if there are even number of or odd number of students, if there are odd number of students, then what will be the number of ways? Okay, so if it is odd number of students, either number of boys or number of girls would be more. So if number of boys are more, then boys will be seated, okay, boys will take every alternate position starting and ending with boy. Okay, and if girls are higher, girls will take the alternate position starting and ending with girl. So if there are, okay, so if there are odd numbers, number of ways would be A factorial into A plus 1 factorial. Yes? Hi Priya. Now, question says that in the new ways of working is 200% more. So can I say if new, okay, if it was 2A initially, now it is A and A plus 1. New ways of arranging them is A factorial into A plus 1 factorial. Old ways of arranging is 2 into A factorial into A factorial. And this new number of ways is 3 times the old number of ways. And if I solve it, A factorial and A factorial will get cancelled out, and I get A plus 1 equal to 6, which means A equal to 5 and N equal to 10. So initially there were 10 boys, okay, there were 10 students, out of which 5 were boys, 5 were girls. Now there are 11 students, out of which either 5 are boys, 6 are girls, or 6 are girls, 6 are 5 are girls, or 6 are boys. So it can be vice versa. Yes, is it clear, guys? Ayush, Ramya, Priya, have you got it? Yes or no? Hi Harish. Okay, moving to the next one. Okay, so Ramya, can I say a plus 1 factorial is a plus 1 into a factorial? So basically a factorial into a plus 1 factorial will be a factorial into a plus 1 into a factorial. So this a factorial, and out of this factorial and a factorial will get cancelled out. And on the right hand side, I am left with only a plus 1. On the left hand side, we are left with 3 and 2, 6. So a plus 1 equal to 6, which gives me a equal to 5. And what was the total number of students? What was A? A was initial number of boys and girls. Okay. Now, over here, if we would not have got an answer through this, then we would have assumed that initially it was odd and then it became an even. But if we got the answer in the very first place, we will not assume it. Ramya, is it clear now? Okay, just let me know if you still face some challenges. Okay, in a circle with center O, with D as a tangent, B as a point of contact, C on a circumference. Okay, so question is, there is a circle with O as a center, DE as one of the tangent, B is a point of contact, and C is on a, okay, so there is a point C on the circumference which is closer to D than E, and COB is 78 degrees, AC equal to BC. Okay, these two lines are equal, and we have to find the measure of angle ABE. Yes, hi Ranjana. We have to find the value of angle ABE. We have to find this angle. Now, first thing which is there, okay, we know that angle BOBE is 90 degree. Why? Because radius and tangents are always perpendicular to each other. So this angle is 90 degree. So basically we have to find this particular angle. Huh? Now OB and OC are nothing but radius. So OB and OC have to be equal, and sum of these three angles, okay, angle B, complete of angle B, complete of angle C and O has to be 180. So can I say angle B plus angle C equal to 102? Okay, so Afrin, we already know OBE. If you know OBE, for ABE we already know OBE. So basically we are left with this angle, na? We are left only with the ABO. Yeah, Afrin. Hi Ranjana. Okay, so let's look at this complete angle B, okay, which is angle CBO. Can I say angle CBO will be 51 degrees? Yes? Okay, so basically this angle plus this angle is 102. Why? Because sum of angles of the triangle is 180, out of which this is 78. So these two will be 102, and these two have to be equal. Why? Because OB and OC are radius. So can I say angle CBO equal to 51 degree? Now secondly, angle extended at the circumference is always half of the angle subtended at the center. So if this is 78, this angle is 39, and if this angle is 39, can I say angle CBA is also 39? Angle CBA is also 39, which means angle ABO would be nothing but 51 minus 39, which is 12 degrees. Now ABO is 12, angle OBE is 90. Can I say angle ABE will be 90 plus 12, which is 102? हाँ ना? Afreen, Ranjana, is it okay? Is it okay, guys? Should we move to the next one? How CBA is okay. CAB will be 39. Harish, if CAB will be 39 because COB is 78. If COB is 78, angle subtended at the circumference is always half the angle subtended at the center. Now, if you look at BC is a chord which subtends 78 degree angle at center, so it will obviously extend 39 degrees at the circumference. So if this is 39, and I already know, question already tells me that AC equal to BC. If AC equal to BC, this is 39, so this angle is going to be 39. Yes, Harish? Okay, moving to the next one. There is a triangle which is constructed on the longest diagonal of a cube, and then there is a square which is constructed on the shortest diagonal of the same cube. Now, what is the longest diagonal of a cube? Longest diagonal of a cube is nothing but root 3a, and shortest diagonal of a cube is root 2a. Okay, now if two sides of the triangle cannot exceed the length of the longest diagonal, then what is the maximum fraction of the area of the triangle to that of the circle of the square? Now if two sides are given to me, okay, the maximum possible length of the two sides are given to me, okay, can I say this triangle has to be a right angle triangle with one side as root 3a, one side as root 3a. Okay, and what will be the area of the triangle? Area of the triangle would be half into root 3a into root 3a, which gives me 3 by 2, 3 by, which gives me 3 by 2 a square. Yes? Yes? And now, what is the area of the, what is the square? What is the diagonal of the square? Sorry, what's the side of the square? Side of the square is root 2a. So what's going to be the area of the square? Area of the square is going to be root 2a whole square, which gives me 2a square. Now if I look at the ratio of these two areas, a square and a square will get cancelled out, and I am left with 3 by 4. Yes or no? Ramya, Harish, Ayush, Ranjana, Priya, Afreen. So my answer would be simple, 3 by 4. So I know the area of the triangle, I know area of the square. We'll take a simple ratio 3 by 4. Okay. Next one is, there are 42 questions in a paper. Amit attempted all of them. He is awarded 2 marks for each correct answer and 1 marks is deducted for every incorrect answer. He scores more than 22. He scores more than 22. What can be the maximum number of incorrect answers? Okay, so when I say maximum number of incorrect answers, can I say my score has to be as less as possible and my positive has to be as much as positive, as high as possible. Reason being, for I will have a more options of having a negative marks if I have the more positive marks, and positive marks I will get only and only from the correct answers. So we'll simply go by options. Okay, let's take 22, any number for that matter. Let's assume we do 22 correct and 22 incorrect and 20 correct. So if we do 20 correct, 22 incorrect, how many marks I will score? I will get plus 40 and minus 22, which makes it 18. No, 22 is not possible. Okay, let's come a step below. 21 correct, 21 wrong. I get 42 positive minus 21, which gives me 21. No, I have to score more than 22. No. 21 is also not possible. Let me check the next. Okay, now if 21 is not possible, 22 is not possible, obviously my answer has to be 20. Okay, if you want to check it, if I do 22 correct, I will score 44. If I do 20 wrong, I will get minus 20 and I can score 24. Yes, with 20 wrong answers, I can score 20 plus, but more than 20, if I do 21 wrong, I cannot score 22 plus. The only plot here was, I have to attempt all the questions. I cannot afford to miss any question. The minute I miss a question, my number of wrong answers will also reduce. If my number of right answers will reduce, my number of wrong answers will also reduce. My answer is D. Okay, if you want to do it properly, you can also see the answer. You can also see the solution. If I assume X to be the correct answer, Y to be incorrect, X plus Y is 42. 2X minus Y has to be more than 22. Now, simply replace X with 42 minus Y. So 2 times 42 minus Y is more than 22, which gives me 84 minus 3Y is more than 22, which means Y is less than equal to, is less than 62 by 3, which means Y has to be less than 20 point something. The maximum possible value of Y cannot be a fraction because it's the number of right or wrong answers. Y cannot be a fraction. So maximum possible value of Y will be 20. Yes, but doing by options is a way better solution. Okay, next question. If natural log of 1 upon root 1 plus root 2 plus 1 upon root 2 plus root 3 and so on and so forth equal to P, then what is true about P? Now, there are 2 parts to it. One is natural log and one is the fraction inside it. So if I look at the fraction inside it, can I say difference between square of the 2 numbers in denominator is 1. So if I simply multiply root 2 minus 1, root 2 minus root 1 in both numerator and denominator, what will I get? I will get root 2 minus 1 and denominator will become 2 minus 1, which is 1. Similarly, in the next number, if we multiply root 3 minus root 2 in both numerator and denominator, my numerator will become root 3 minus root 2, but my denominator will become 3 minus 2, which is 1. And if I continue the same way, my last number, if I multiply both numerator and denominator by root 100 minus root 99. My denominator will become 1. My numerator will become root 100 minus root 99. Okay, just before that, I will get root 99 minus root 98 divided by 1. So if I simply rationalize each and every number, what will I realize? Okay, I will realize that all the numbers will get cancelled out except 1, yeah, minus 1 at the beginning and root 100 at the end. So basically, what is my number? What is the number inside this? Number inside this bracket is nothing but under root 100 minus under root 1, which is 10 minus 1, which is 9. Yes? So my question is basically, natural log of 9 is how much? Isn't it? My question is reduced to natural log of 9 is how much? Hi Anna. Now either I know it or I don't know it. Now what is natural log? Natural log is 2.71 raised to power x equal to 9. Okay, in fact it is p. 2.71 raised to power p. So natural log is nothing but e, exponent. So 2.71 raised to power p equal to 9. Now what's the value of p? My answer has to be d. So 2.71 raised to power some number in between 2 and 2.5 will give me 9. Okay, so they just understand this way. 3 raised to power 9, 3 raised to power 2 is 9. So this number p has to be more than 2 and slightly more than 2. So if it is more than 2, my answer is not going to be A, it's not B, it's not C. So my answer is D. But you need to know E equal to 2.71. If you don't know that E equal to 2.71, you will not be able to answer this question. So if you understand what does natural log means, you can do it. So there were two parts. One was rationalizing the number inside your bracket, which will give you a 9. And once you know this 9, it's natural log. Is it clear, guys? Have you understood this? Okay. Moving to the next one. There are three hands: hours hand, minutes hand, and second hands of a clock. Length of the hours hand is 6 centimeter, minutes hand is 8 centimeter, second hand is 8 centimeter. At t equal to 0, all the three hands are at 12 o'clock. After t minutes, second hand meets the minutes hand for the 19th time and goes back to the 12 o'clock position. What's the total distance traveled by the tip of three hands taken together? So Harish, you are not allowed to use a scientific calculator. So scientific calculator is not allowed. Only the calculator which is there on a screen on a laptop is permissible. Okay, even using that calculator is not that easy per se if you don't have a keyboard. Okay, so question says that initially hours hand, minutes hand, second hand, all of them are at a 12. Now all of them will start moving. So first of all, second hands will overtake minutes hand after some time. After some time, second hands will overtake minutes hand again. So after overtaking it for the 19th time, it will come back to the 12th position. Yes. So when it comes back to the 12th position after meeting for 19th time, by that time how many times, how much distance tip of hours hand, minutes hand and second hands has traveled. Now first thing, can I say it is nothing but 20 minutes? हाँ या ना? It is basically hours hand and minutes hand will meet for the first time after 1 minute and something. Then again they will take 1 minute and something. 19th time they will meet after 19th minute and something. And when second hand is moving back to the 12 wala position, it actually means it is meeting 12 times. Okay, it is completing 12 full rounds. हाँ ना? So basically it is total question is 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, how much your second hands will travel? Second hands will travel 20 times 2 pi r. What is r? R is 8. What will happen to the minutes hand? Minutes hand complete one full round in 1 hour. Okay. So in 20 minutes, it will cover 20 by 60 into 2 pi r. And what about the hours hand? Hours hand complete one full round in 12 hours. Okay. After 12, it is again at the starting point of at 12. So hours hand will cover 20 upon 12 into 60 times 2 pi r. Yes. So if you take a common of pi, okay, if you take a common of pi, how much will you get? You will get, okay, 320. Okay, 8 4s are 32, 0, 320. Herein you will get, okay, you will get 16 by 3. And herein you will get, okay, 0, 0 will get cancelled out. 6 will get cancelled out. It is 4. Sorry, it will go 6 times, then it will go 3 times. You will get 1 by 3. If I add all of this, you will get 977 upon 3. Okay. Priya, have you got 20 minutes? Have everyone got 20 minutes or you could not get 20 minutes even? The question is how much these three hands will travel in 20 minutes? Yes or no? Okay. Now, simple question is how much distance will be traveled by minutes hand, second hand and hours hand put together? Now, length of second hand is 8 centimeter. If length of second hand is 8 centimeter, can I say in one full round, this will travel 2 pi r, which is circumference 2 into pi into 8, and second hand complete one full round in 1 minute. So in 20 minutes, it will travel 20 into 2 pi r. Now talking about minutes hand. Minutes hand make one full round in 60 minutes. So give 60 minutes to the minutes hand, it will travel one full round. But we are giving only 20 minutes to the minutes hand. So how much will it travel in 20 minutes? 20 upon 60 into 2 pi r, which is 2 into pi into 8. And then second hand, sorry, hours hand make one full round in 12 hours or 12 into 60 minutes. How much will it travel in 20 minutes? 20 upon 12 into 60. That is just a calculation. You just need to calculate all of it, add it. Is it clear, guys? Okay. Next one. There are two swimmers who start from opposite end of a swimming pool simultaneously. They meet at a distance of 410 meters from one end. They continue swimming further till they end the opposite end. They take a rest of 1.5 hours each, then start the return journey. Now they meet at a distance of 250 meters from the other end. You have to find the length of the pool. Assume there is no speed of the stream. The water is still. Okay, how to do it? Now, just understand there are two persons. Let's assume the total length of the track to be okay. Let's assume total length of the track to be x. So can I say okay when they meet for the first time, one person has traveled 410 meters. Okay, one person will travel 410 meters and one person will travel x minus 410 meters. Yes. Now second time what will happen? This person will go to other end and come back. And the first person will go to the other end and will come to this position. And this distance is how much? This distance is 230 meters. So can I say ratio of speed is 410 upon x minus 410, which should be same as x plus 230 upon 2x minus 230. हाँ ना, because ratio of speed does not change. Okay, they are swimming at the same speed, and both of them are taking a rest of 1 hour, 1.5 hours each. So it does not make a difference whether it's a 1.5 hours or whether they just go to the other end and start swimming back. That will not make any difference. So this is what we have to calculate. Now we have to calculate the value of x. Yes. Now the easiest way is you have got 4 options. Try it. Because it does not make sense to make a simultaneous equation now. And your numbers are not easy per se, okay. Solving x square 230 into 410, although that will not be required, that will get cancelled out. But solving this equation is going to take some time. But if I assume the numbers, okay, let's see. Can my answer be 500? Okay, 410 divided by 90 equal to 730 divided by 770. Nahi yaar, this is very close to 1, this is not close to 1. My answer is not 500. Let's check it. 1000. 410 divided by 590 equal to 1230 divided by 1770. Yes. 420 into 3 is 1230. 590 into 3 is 1770. My answer is B. Otherwise, if you really want to solve it, you simply cross multiply it. Okay, if you cross multiply it, what will you get? You will get 820x minus 410 into 230 equal to x square minus 190x minus 230 into 410. So 230 into 410 will get cancelled out. And now if you cancel x from each side, 820, okay, it is 180, sorry. Okay, then if you cancel out x, you will get x equal to 1000. So you can do it either of the two ways. Okay, be it be options, be it be solving the complete equation. Okay, moving to the next one. There are 2 points A and B which lie on the periphery of a circular field of radius 5 kilometers. P is another point lying on the periphery of the same circle. Area inside triangle APB is sold at the rate of 80,000 rupees per square kilometer. maximum possible amount at which the triangle PAB to be sold is closest to. Okay, my answer is D. How to do it? Now this is a figure which we will get. So I got point A, point B, point P I don't know, but we have to find the maximum possible area of APB. Now for maximum possible area, can I say my figure has to be symmetric? It has to be a isosceles triangle. Okay, it has to be AP equal to PB. If AP equal to PB, then and only then I can have the maximum possible area. Okay, I would love to have it an equilateral triangle, but I don't know whether an equilateral triangle is possible or not. Okay, so let's assume now. Let's look at this way. What is A? A is 4 and minus 2, and B is 5, 5. Okay, so what's the length of this? This length would be under root 7 square plus 1 square, which means 5 root 2. Yes, this is 5 root 2. Now, if this is 5 root 2, can I say AD, which is this part? AD would be 5 upon root 2. Huh, na. If AD is 5 upon root 2 and I know that the radius of the circle is 5. Okay, so I know AO is 5. I know AD is 5 upon root 2. So can I say OD will also be 5 upon root 2? Ha na. Okay, so just understand, just look at triangle AOD. This is 90 degree. This length is 5 because this is radius. This length I know it is 5 upon root 2. Why? Because this complete length is 5 root 2. Half of it would be 5 upon root 2. So this length have to be 5 upon root 2. Yes. And I know that OP is 5. OP is 5. So can I say height of this triangle? Height of this triangle would be how much? Height of this triangle would be 5 upon root 2 plus 5. This is height. What is base? Base is 5 root 2 into half. Half into base into height will give you the area. And this is being sold at 80,000 rupees per square, 80,000 rupees per square feet. Sorry, per square kilometer. Ha na. So this is going to my answer. Okay, now we will simply multiply it. So if I take a common of 5, okay, in fact if I take a common of 5 square, so I am left with 5 square upon 2. If I take 5 root 2 inside this, I will get 1 plus root 2 into 80,000. Yes. So if I cancel by 2, will get 40,000. 40,000 into 5 square is how much? Is in 25. 25 into 4 is 100. This into 1 plus root 2. So what is 1 plus root 2? Root 2 is 1.414. So 1 plus root 2 is 2.414. Something. So my answer would be D. So basically 2.414 something into 1 followed by lot of zeros. So my answer has to be 2414 something. My answer has to be D. Guys, is it clear? Ramya, Priya, Harish, Ranjana, Afreen. Okay, move to the next one. There are three electives offered to students of a class of 92 students. Now, students have a choice of not choosing any of these electives. 60 students opted for marketing, 80 for finance, 50 for system, 40 for marketing and system, 50 for marketing and finance, 45 for both. Okay. Maximum number of possible students who would have opted for all the three electives. कैसे करेंगे? How to do it? So, for maximum number of students to take all the three, I will assume that everyone would have selected at least one. So, if I, okay, one way can be I will just make a Venn diagram. Okay, so let's try to make a Venn diagram. And whenever we make a Venn diagram, we always start with the intersection of all. Okay, so what's the intersection of all? So, but this data is not given to me. So even if this data is not given to me, I will assume it to be X and then I will start it. Okay, what are my three subjects? Finance, marketing and system. Okay, this is finance, this is marketing and this is system. Now 45 choose both finance and system. Okay, so this number is 45 minus X. 50 choose marketing and finance. So this complete area is 50. So this becomes 50 minus X. Now marketing and system, how many? Marketing and system is 40. So this number is 40 minus X. Now 60 opted for marketing. If 60 opted for marketing, this number will become X minus 30. 80 for finance. So this number will become, okay, I already have 90. So minus 15. And systems, there are 50. So this is X minus 35. So can I say minimum possible value of X is 35? Because if X is less than 35, this number will become a negative. So minimum value is 35. Maximum, I don't know. Maximum, I will say, okay, can be anything. Now let's look at the sum of all these numbers. If you add all of this, you will get X. So there are 3 minus X, 3 plus X and plus 1X. So X will be there. Okay, how many positive numbers? 50, 45 and 40, which makes 135. Negative में कितना है? Minus 15, minus 30, minus 35, which makes it minus 80. If I assume it to be 92, what I get the value of X? Value of X will be 92 minus 55, which comes out to be 37. That's the maximum possible value. My answer is C. So X cannot go beyond 37. If X is beyond 37, this complete number will go beyond 92, which is not possible. Because total number is 92. Okay, so maximum value of X is 37 and minimum possible value of X is 35. Yes? Okay, move to the next one. Raman wrote a progression where n minus first term is given by 2 times tn plus 1, n plus 2, tn plus 3 and so on and so forth. For every n greater than 2. Now t1 plus t2 plus t3 up to infinity is 27. We have to find the value of t5. Now, can I say t1 equal to 2 times T2 plus T3 plus T4 plus T5 and so on and so forth. हाँ ना, T1 n minus first term. Okay, so if I put n equal to 2, n minus 1 term, which means T1 equal to 2 times T2, T3, T4, T5. And I know sum of all these numbers is 27. So sum of this and this is 27. So if A plus B is 27 and A equal to 2B, can I say A will be 18 and B will be 9? हाँ ना, ratio is 1:2 and sum is 27. Harish, that was 40 minus x, not x minus 40. No, sorry. That is 40 minus x, not x minus 40. Okay, coming to this problem. If T1, so what's the value of T1? T1 is 18 and T2 onwards every number is 9. Similarly, if you look at T2, T2 is 2 times T3 plus T4 plus T5 and so on and so forth. Exactly the same way, can I say T2 equal to 6 and all other numbers are 3? Why? Because T2 and onwards, sum of all the numbers is 9. T2 is twice sum of all the other numbers. Okay. Similarly, T3 equal to 2 times T4 and beyond. So T3 becomes 2, all others becomes 1. So basically, if you look at it, every number is becoming 1/3. So what is T4? T4 will become 2 by 3. What is T5? T5 will become 2 by 9. 2 by 9 is nothing but 0.22. हाँ ना, is it okay, guys? Harish, Ayush, Shayan, Dipanshi. Okay, moving to the next one. An amount was lent for a year at 2R percentage per annum compounded annually. If the interest were calculated half yearly, then the interest accrued would be R rupees more than. Which of the following statement is correct? Okay, so my answer is B. So I will just tell you the solution. Okay, you can go through it. So basically, what is the formula for compound interest? Compound interest is 1 plus R upon 100 whole squared at minus 1. So basically, this is the formula for amount. If I subtract 1, we will get principal. So basically, so we'll get interest. So basically, P into, now total interest was 2R percent. Yes, total interest was 2R percent. And so if it is compounded half yearly, it will be R percent for the first half year, R percent for the second half year. So 1 plus R by 100 whole square minus 1 multiplied by P minus 1 plus 2R by 100 minus 1, okay, into P. This should give me R. What is R? R is basically the difference between two compound interest. So minus 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled out. And if you simply open the brackets, you will get P plus PR square upon 100 square plus 2 PR. Okay, so if you will solve it, you will get PR equal to 10,000. If PR equal to 10,000, just look at the four options. Okay, so if you look at the second option gives me P equal to 3750 and 2R equal to 16 by 3, which means PR will come out to be 10,000. And simply putting my options, I can get the answer. None of the other options will give you the same possibility. And hence my answer will be B. Is it clear, guys? I'm not getting into much of it because it's pure calculation, nothing else. And any one of you can do it, yeah? That's pretty easy. Guys, is it clear? Or you want to explain me one more time? Or maybe in more details? Okay, move to the next one. This is a series which is 1 cube upon 1, 1 cube plus 2 cube upon 1 plus 3, 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube upon 1 plus 3 plus 5, and so on and so forth. Now, sum of this series up to 10 terms is approximately what percentage greater than sum of first 5 two-digit prime numbers? Now, first of all, what is your series? Your series, okay, the numerator of the series is cube of first and natural numbers. So, can I say nth term is, okay, my numerator is n into n plus 1 upon 2 whole square, which is nothing but sum of first n cube numbers, some cubes of first n natural numbers, and your denominator is what? Your denominator is first n odd numbers, sum of first n odd numbers, and sum of first n odd numbers is nothing but n square. Okay, so if we solve it, our nth term will come out to be n square plus 2n plus 1 into 1 by 2. So n square and n square will get cancelled out, and you are left with 1 by 4 times n plus 1 whole square. Yes? हाँ ना? So, what is the sum of first and natural numbers? Sum of first and natural numbers would be 1 by 4 summation n square plus 2 times summation n plus n. हाँ ना? Yes? Now, summation n square would become, okay, this is 1 upon 4 times, summation n square will become 1 upon 4 times, na? 2 क्यों करना मैं? Summation n square will become 10, okay. Okay, so before that, summation n square is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6 plus 2 times summation n will is n into n plus 1 by 2 plus n. Putting in 10, I will get 1 upon 4 times 10 into 11 into 21 divided by 6 plus 2 times 10 into 11 divided by 2 plus 10, which gives me, okay, 5 into 7, यहाँ पे 2 से 2 गया, So I will get how much? I will get 1/4 time 385 plus 110 plus 10, which is 1/4 of 505, which is my first term. Okay, which is my sum of these three is up to 10 terms. Now I have to compare it with which number? I have to compare it with sum of first 5 two-digit prime numbers. So sum of first 5 two-digit prime numbers are which all? Okay, 11, 13, 17, 19 and 23. Now sum of these four numbers is how much? 83. So we have to find 505 divided by 4 into 83, which comes out to be option number C. Okay, so which comes out to be 505 divided by 332. So 505 is around 52% more than 332. हाँ ना? Guys, is it clear? Yes or no? Harish, Ayush, Ramya, Maria. Okay, move to the next one. Question is, in a deck of 52 playing cards, honored card considered as the highest valued card. Now two players, Arjun and Rana, play a game in which players pick a card and the player with the higher value wins. Okay, so let's say you and me are playing, so whoever has a higher value card will win. But if two players have the same value card, it will be considered as a tie. So if both of us have the same value, it's a tie. Otherwise, whosoever has a higher value card will win the game. Now, if Arjun picks a 9, what's the probability that Rana will not lose? Now, if one player has a 9, what is the probability that other player does not have a number lesser than 9? So, he can have 9, he can have 10, Jack, Queen, King and Ace, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can get any one of those 6 cards out of, he can have any one of those 6 into 4, 24 cards. If I divide by 52, can I see my answer is 6 by 13? Yes, which is slightly lesser than 50%, which is slightly lesser than 15%, 50%. So my answer has to be C. Which of these options give me an answer which is less than 50%? Okay, now if you will calculate it, it comes out to be 0.44. If it is 0.44, A is not my answer, B is not my answer, D is not my answer. The only possibility is C, which is 0. My answer is less than 0.523. Yeah. Moving to the next one. Okay, this one is pretty simple. Now tell me one thing. If there is a square, okay, and I divide it into, okay, join midpoints of two opposite sides, can I say my area will get divided into two equal parts? So if area of this complete square is 4 centimeters, can I say CGHB, this rectangle would be how much? This rectangle would be 2. And if this rectangle is 2, this triangle would be half of this rectangle. So triangle BHG will be 1. Ha na. And if area of this triangle is 1, can I say area of this triangle would be 1/4 of this complete triangle? This area would be 1/4 of this complete triangle. Why 1/4? Because your base has reduced to half, your height has reduced to half, so area will become 1/4. So if this area is 1/4, similarly this area is 1/4, similarly this area is 1/4, similarly this area is 1/4. So there are 4 areas which are 1/4 each. So this complete area will become 1, which is my option number B. Pretty simple. Move to the next one. Move to the next one. Fx equal fx into f of 1 minus x equal to f of x plus f of 1 upon x. When is it possible? Okay, as a rule, just remember this is possible if and only if your fx is 1 plus x raised to power some natural number. It is only and only possible if your function is 1 plus x raised to power some natural number or 1 minus x raised to power some natural number. This is possible only and only in these two scenarios. Other than these two scenarios, this equation is not possible. Now, the minute I realize f3 is 28, I get f3 is 1 plus 27, and 27 is what? 3 cube, which means what is f5? f5 will be 1 plus 5 cube, which is 126. So fx into f of 1 upon x equal to f of x plus 1 upon f of x is possible only and only if, is it clear guys? Okay, just let me know. Okay, Paras, Dipanshi, Harish, Shayan, just let me know in case you have an issue, as we are just moving on. Okay, average age of the girls of a dance group is equal to the number of boys, and average age of the boys is equal to number of girls. Okay, now average group average is 4 less than the average of boys average and girls average. Which of the following can be the number of students in the group? Okay, okay, Shayan, Harish, we'll just go back to the previous one. Just after this one, we'll go back to the previous one. So let's assume there are X girls whose average weight is Y. Now, what does it says? Average age of boys is same as the count of girls, and average age of girls is same as the count of boys. So it means, okay, so what do I get? What's the total weight of the class? X into Y plus X into Y. Why? X girls with the average of Y, Y boys with the average of X. So what is going to be my total weight of girls? X into Y. Total weight of boys? Y into X. So total weight of the class is XY plus XY. Now, what is the average of the complete class? Average of the complete class is x plus y upon 2 minus 4. Okay, well, what is x plus y upon 2? X plus y upon 2 is the average of boys average and girls average. And 4 less than this is the average of the complete class. This into x plus y should give me the complete weight of the class. Huh, na? Now, if I open these two brackets, what do I get? I get 2xy equal to, okay, in fact, let's take 2 on the other side. So I will get 4xy equal to x plus y minus 8 into x plus y, which means x square plus xy minus 8x plus xy plus y square minus 8y equal to 4xy, which gives me x square plus y square minus 2xy minus 8 times x plus y equal to 0. हाँ या ना? So basically x square plus y square. 4xy if I take on the other side will become minus 2xy because we already have plus 2xy over here. Minus 8x minus 8y. Now what is this? This is nothing but, this part is nothing but x minus y whole square, which is same as 8 times x plus y. And now 8 times x plus y, well, what is x plus y? X plus y is the total number of students, which means 8 times total number of students should give me a perfect square. हाँ ना? X minus y whole square is 8 times x plus y. So 8 times number of students in the class should give me a perfect square. So if I simply look at the options, option C is 50. 50 into 8 is 400, which is 20 square. Is the only option which gives the square when multiplied by 8. So my answer has to be C. It's not asking me the exact number, it's asking which of the following is a possible number of students. So possible number of students is 50. Guys, is it clear? Why did we do x plus y upon 2? Where did we do x plus y upon 2? Yes, Abhijit? Okay, so basically, Abhijit, basically, what was the average of the complete class? Average of the complete class was 4 less than average of boys and girls average. Okay, if you have to find average of boys and girls average, if you have to find average of boys and girls average, how will you do it? Average of boys and girls average would be x plus y upon 2, isn't it? Okay, so that's how to do it. Okay, so a shorter way of doing it. No, yeah, no. Okay, but when it comes to cat, okay, the frankly speaking, when it comes to cat, you need not to be worried about your shortcuts. Okay, in cat, you will have ample amount of time on solving any question, so don't worry about it. Okay, if it is cat, there's no dearth of time. Okay, you will have enough time to solve any question. So, okay, so Manoj, frankly speaking, in this question, number of boys and number of girls cannot be equal. Reason being, if number of boys and girls are equal, then the average of averages will not be four less than the average age of boys and average age of girls. Average age of boys and average age of girls can be equal only and only if, okay, okay, if the number of boys and number of girls were equal, then average of boys and girls will be the average of the total group. But the minute it says it is four less than the average of boys and girls, no, yeah, it's not possible. Got it? Now, coming to the previous question, who asked it? Who asked this previous question? Okay, so in the previous question, we discussed that, okay, fx under the, okay, this is possible if and only if fx is 1 plus x ki power n or 1 minus x ki power n. Yes or no? This was clear? So Shayan, if my fx is 1 plus x ki power n and f3 is 28, if f3 is 28, so can I say it is 1 plus 27 because it is 1 plus something. If we have to make it 1 plus something, and I know it is 28, so I will write 28 as 1 plus 1 plus 27 because I have to convert my number into 1 plus something. Okay, to convert it into 1 plus something, I have to make it 1 plus 27. And then I realize, okay, 27 is 3 cube. If 27 is 3 cube, my 1 plus fx is 1 plus x cube. Okay, move to the next one. Yes. In the base 9, 88343626 is a multiple of which number? So just remember, what is, okay, what is the divisibility rule for, okay, Neeraj, 1 plus something because I know that my function has to be, my fx has to be either 1, fx has to be either 1 plus x ki power n or 1 minus x raised to power n. So the minute I will subtract 1 from my number, I will get x raised to power n. Neeraj, does it make sense? So I have to convert into 1 plus something, other because I'm looking for that x raised to power n. That's why I said 1 plus something. Okay, move to the next one. What's the divisibility rule for 9 in base 10? Divisibility rule for 9 in base 10 is basically sum of the digits. Okay, if sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 9, then the number is divisible by 9. Now this is the rule which is not only in base 10, in each and every base there is a very similar rule. So in base 9, we have a similar rule for divisibility rule of 8. So divisibility rule of 8 in base 9 would be, if sum of digits is divisible by 8, then the number is divisible by 8. Similarly, in base 8, we will have a similar rule for 7. In base 6, we will have a similar rule in base 6, we will have a similar rule for base 5. So in each and every base, one number below base will have a divisibility rule as sum of the digits. Okay, so let's look at the sum of digits of this number. Sum of digits of this number is 4 plus 4 8, 8 plus 3 11, 11 plus 4 15, 15 plus 3 15 plus 3 18, 18 plus 6 24, 24 plus 2 26, 26 plus 6 32. If 32 is divisible by 8, my number is divisible by 8, which is divisibility rule of 8 in base 9. Okay, clear hai? Okay, now coming back to the question number 15. Manoj, this is a function which does not talk about nth term. It talks about fx. Okay, so x can have any value. Okay, so if x is 1, f1 is 1 plus something, 1 plus 1 raised to power n. For f2 will be 1 plus 2 raised to power something. f3, so it's not a sequential. Okay, every function is not necessarily a sequential function. It's not a series. Yeah, Manoj? So each and every function need not to be a series. Manoj, is it clear? So this function is not a series. Okay, it's not a series. Okay, so if it's not a series, then there is no point of a pattern. Okay, Harish, we'll try to look at the 10th question in the end if possible. Right now, we're just moving ahead. Question number 18. A company's variable cost is a function of each and every unit sold. So, the function of cost is given to you, the function of sales is given to you, and then maintenance is given to, okay, for maintenance it says that over and above this cost there is also monthly maintenance expenses which doubles up every month. What should be the maximum profit of the company which operates from January to April, and maintenance for the month of March is 200. Okay, so we'll simply look at the answer. Okay, so first of all, what's the maintenance? Maintenance for the month of March is 200. Now if it doubles every month, can I say previous month it was half of it? So Feb it was 200 upon 2. January it was 200 upon 2 which is 200 upon 4. And April it becomes 200 into 2. So total maintenance is 750. Okay. Now coming to the cost or coming to the profit. Profit is nothing but, now this is my sales, this is my function of sales, this is my function of cost. So sales minus cost is my function, is my profit, which comes out to be minus 2x square plus 14x minus 10. Okay, now just remember, how do we maximize the profit? Okay, so if there is a function of x square wherein the coefficient of x square is positive, I will always have a minimum value. And if coefficient of x square in a quadratic equation is negative, I will always have a maximum value. Okay, so for example, if I say x square plus 4x plus 8, can I say this number can be written as x square plus 4x plus 4 plus 4, which means it is x plus 2 whole square plus 4. Now this number will always have a minimum value. Why minimum? Because if you keep on increasing the value of x, value of this function will keep on increasing. Na? So if coefficient of x square is positive, I will always have a minimum value. There will be no maximum value, because if you keep on increasing the value of x, my function will keep on increasing. Similarly, had it been minus x square plus 4x plus 8, I could have written this function as minus of x square plus 4x plus 4. Okay, no, it will be minus, na? Okay, and plus 12, which will become minus x minus 2 whole square plus 12. Now this function will have a maximum value, and maximum value would be 12. And when it will be 12? It will be 12 if x equal to 2. Okay, otherwise you keep on increasing the value of x, value of my function will keep on decreasing. Na? So if coefficient of x square is positive, I will have a minimum value. If coefficient of x square is a negative, then I will have a maximum value. Now herein my coefficient of x square is minimum, it is negative. If it is negative, I will have a maximum value, and maximum value will be at coefficient of x square divided by 2 divided by coefficient of x square. Sorry, coefficient of x divided by 2 divided by coefficient of x square, which is 2. So at 3.5, okay, minus obviously. At 3.5, I will get the maximum value. So if I put in x equal to 3.5 in this equation, I will get my profit as 14.5 per unit. Now we are selling 200 units per month. So 200 units for 4 months. Profit per unit is 14.5, will give me 11,600, from which if I subtract my maintenance, I will get 10,850. Is it clear, guys? Okay, moving to the next one. X square plus 4x minus 5 equal to 0. What's the value of x? So whenever you say x square plus 4x, you should always make it x square plus 4x plus 4. Take 5 on the other side and add 4 more. What you get? You get x plus 2 whole square equal to 3 square. Yes, which means x equal to either 1 or minus 5. X equal to 1 or minus 5. Yes or no? Similarly, if you look at y square plus 6y. Okay, plus 6y here, so it is basically 2 into 3 into y. So, okay, I will make it a 9, and other side it will become 25 automatically. So, I will make a perfect square out of here, and other part will automatically become a perfect square, which is y plus 3 whole square equal to 5 square, which means y equal to either 2 or how much? Minus 8. Yes. Now, when we have to find the maximum value of x upon y whole cube, if I have to maximize this number, I would say either both x and y are positive or both x and y are negative. Okay, so if both x and y are positive, I will get 1 upon 2. If both are negative, I will get 5 upon 8. Now 5 upon 8 is higher than 1 upon 2. So basically we have to find 5 upon 8 cube, which is 125 upon 512, which is pretty close to option number B, 2.24. One upon 2 cube is 0.225. It will be slightly more than that. Okay, so it is 0.224. Or otherwise you can say, okay, it is nothing but 250 upon 1024. Okay, if it is pretty close to 250 upon 1024, my answer has to be slightly less than 0.25. Slightly less than 0.25, given the options, it has to be 0.24. There is no other way. Okay, moving to the next one. If an ant has to reach point P, which is this and this, from any point of the choice, this, and it travels at a speed of 0.25 units per second on the coordinate axis, find the minimum time taken by the ant to cover this distance. First of all, we need to understand how this graph will look like. This graph will look something like this. कैसे? If x is less than, if x is less than 5 by 3, which is 1.6, then it will be a decreasing graph. Okay, then this number will be negative, all the numbers would be negative, and it will be a decreasing function. In between this value and the next value is 4.5. okay, because at this value the function will change. Next time at x equal to 4.5, this, from 1.6 to 4.5 is going to be a straight line. Why a straight line? Because this value will be positive and the other two will be negative. So my function will become 3x minus 5 minus 2x minus 9 minus x minus 6. So 3x and 3x will get cancelled out. I am left with minus 5 plus 9 plus 6, which gives me 10. And then my third time my function will change at x equal to 6. Beyond x equal to 6, all the functions will be positive. Okay, everything is positive and it will be an increasing function with a higher slope. So this is how my graph will look like. Now this ant has to reach some point over here. Okay, some point over here. Okay, 2.7. Okay, where is x equal to 2.7? X equal to 2.7 somewhere here. From here it has to reach somewhere here. Okay, it has to go from here to here. It is 2.782 and it is 2.7810. From here to here it has to go at a speed of 0.5 units per second. So can I say it has to travel 8 units at a speed of 0.5 units per second? How much time will it take? 8 upon 0.5, which comes out to be 16. Yes guys, is it clear? Is it clear guys? Okay, so that's all from my side for this session. Okay, there was one question. Why bottom flat? Okay, so we will pick up the bottom flat because question says minimum possible time. Okay, an ant can have to reach to this point from any point of your choice. Okay, so this ant has to reach from any point of this graph. Okay, so we are given the full freedom to choose any point on this graph. So I will choose a point which is closest to this point, and closest to this point will be this point only. And I have to minimize the time. I have to minimize the time in such a way that it takes minimum time. Okay, so I will pick up the closest point, and closest point would be this only. Yeah, Manoj? Okay, Neeraj. So basically what we are saying is there will be a few points. Harish, I will come to question number 10. So after this, we'll just go back to question number 10. So Neeraj, what I was saying that in this question, your graph would change. Graph would change at different points for different reasons. Okay. So where will this change? It will change at every point when there is a change in the slope. And where do you see a change of slope? You see a change in slope when one of these numbers become negative. Okay, wherever the coefficient of x will change. Okay, now how will the coefficient of x will change? If x is less than 1.6, which is 5 by 3. So if x is less than 5.3, can I say this number will be negative, this is also negative, this is also negative. All of these functions are negative. And if all these functions are negative and we have a mod to convert these negative numbers into positive, my graph would become, my function will become something like this, which is minus 6x plus 23. So if x is less than 1.6, my function is minus 6x plus 23. The minute x crosses 1.5, the minute x crosses 1.5, this number will become positive, and my this first part will become 2x minus 3x minus 5, but the other two numbers will remain 2x minus 9 and x minus 9, which will give me 10, a straight function. So in between 6 and 4.5, my function will remain 10. Beyond 4.5, beyond 4.5, this is an increasing function. Why? Because first two numbers will become positive, and if first two numbers are positive, my function will become 3x minus 5 plus 2x minus 9 minus x 9 minus 9, which makes it 5x minus 5. Okay, so with now it is an increasing function beyond 6, which is the changing point of last function. My function will become 6x minus 23. So in between 1.6 and 4.5, my function will remain at 10. Haniraj, did you got it? Okay, Neeraj, just let me know in case there is any further issues. Moving to question number 10. What was question number 10? Okay, this one. Okay, so Harish, question said that T1 plus T2 plus T3 up to T infinity is 27. There is a series. Okay, and then it says n minus first term is 2 times Tn, Tn plus 1, Tn plus 2, and so on and so forth. This was my question. So first of all, just understand the series, what's happening. Can I say T1 equal to 2 times T2 plus T3 plus T4 plus T5 and so on and so forth? Huh, Harish? Yeah, Harish. So what do we get? We get, okay, that T1 is 2 times sum of all other terms, and sum of all the terms is 27. So, okay, if I say A plus B is 27 and A equal to 2B, can I say ratio of these two numbers is 1 is to 2? So 1 will become 18, 1 will become 9. So if I say A plus B is 27, A equal to 2B, if I put A equal to 2B, what will get? 3B equal to 27, which means B equal to 9, A equal to 18. Similarly, here I know that T1 plus all these terms is adding up to 27. T1 is twice of all these terms. So T1 will become 18 and T2 will become T2, T3, T4 and so on and so forth will become 9. Similarly, now we will move one step further, we forget T1. So can I say T2 equal to, again my value of n can be any number, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, it can be any number. So if I put n equal to 3, what do I get? I get T2 equal to 2 times T3 plus T4 plus T5 plus T6 and then what do I get? I get sum of these sum of T2 and all other terms is 9. So can I say this T2 is 6 and sum of all other terms is 3. Similarly, we can do it for T3 as well. Therein I realized that okay, it's basically each and every term is reducing by one third, one third, one third and so on and so forth. So T2 is one third of T1, T3 is one third of T2. So T4 will become one third of T3 which is 2 by 3 and T5 will become one third of T4 which is 2 by 3. So basically T5 comes out to be 2 by 9 which is nothing but 0.22. Yeah, Harish, is it clear or anything which you could not understand even now? Okay, perfect. Okay, thanks everyone. Thanks for joining Gradeup. Thanks for joining this session. Okay, so there are mock tests which are happening at a regular frequency. You guys can always join in. Okay, thanks everyone.